From Woody secretly being evil to Zurg's shocking confession, today we're breaking down 10 hidden things you didn't notice in Toy Story. But first, if you love Woody, drop a cowboy hat emoji. And if you're a fan of Andy's toy box, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Number 1. Is Wheezy from Toy Story 2 secretly a villain? This theory might change how you see Toy Story 2 forever. Wheezy, the penguin, seems like a sweet, harmless character that Woody rescues at the very start of the film, but what if that rescue wasn't as innocent as it looks? And Wheezy had a very different motive hiding underneath his squeaky little voice. The theory goes like this. Wheezy, forgotten on a shelf for years after losing his squeaker, grew quietly jealous watching Andy play with Woody and Buzz instead of him. Think about it. While every other toy gets played with and carried around the house, Wheezy just sits there watching from a distance, invisible to the one kid whose attention he actually wants. So when the yard sale happens, Wheezy doesn't actually try to save himself at all. He doesn't shout or struggle the way you'd expect a toy desperate to avoid being sold. He's counting on Woody attempting the rescue instead, hoping Woody gets swept up and sold off in the process. With Woody suddenly out of the picture, Wheezy would finally have a real shot at getting Andy's attention for himself. Number 2, did Buzz's brilliant plan actually cause a disaster? Did you catch this? When the toys are too scared to cross a busy road, Buzz steps in with a clever solution, using traffic cones to safely guide everyone across the street. It looks like a win at first. The toys make it across, nobody gets hurt, but just seconds later, everything falls apart. Because of Buzz's plan, drivers swerve to avoid the sudden obstacle, and cars crash into each other one after another, creating a full-blown pileup behind them. So, was Buzz's quick thinking actually the right call, given that every toy made it across safely? Or did his so-called genius idea just trade one small risk for a much bigger, messier disaster nobody in the group even noticed happening? Number 3. Is Woody from Toy Story actually the villain? Did you know there's a theory that Woody isn't the kind, caring leader he appears to be for most of the franchise? At first glance, he seems like the heart of the toy box, loyal, protective, always looking out for the others. But look closer at his actions in the very first film. When Buzz arrives and instantly becomes Andy's new favorite toy, pushing Woody out of the spotlight he'd held for years, Woody doesn't just compete for attention the way a normal rival might. He actively knocks Buzz out of the bedroom window in an attempt to get rid of him entirely, then spends a good chunk of the movie trying to pass it off as an accident. That's not just jealousy, that's a calculated attempt to eliminate the competition. So is Woody really the selfless hero this franchise sells him as? Or just the first toy willing to play dirty the moment his position felt threatened? Number 4. Why did Stinky Pete really try to stop Woody from leaving? Did you notice this? Stinky Pete spends a huge chunk of Toy Story 2 trying to convince Woody to stay instead of going home to Andy. Was it really just about the Tokyo Museum deal falling apart if Woody left? Or was he genuinely terrified of going back into storage, locked away in a dark box for years the way he'd already been before Al found him? But here's the real question nobody in the fandom seems to ask out loud. Stinky Pete could have simply gone to Andy's house along with Woody, joining Andy's collection instead of staying locked in a museum case forever. So why didn't he even bring that option up once? What's the real reason he never considered it? Number 5. Why does Woody suddenly have a belly in Toy Story 5? Did you notice Woody appears to have put on a little weight in Toy Story 5? That shouldn't even be possible for a toy. So where's it coming from? The answer might trace back to Toy Story 4. Remember when Woody gave up his own voice box to Gabby Gabby? That means a significant piece of his internal structure was permanently removed. To keep him from looking hollow inside, it's likely someone stuffed him with extra cotton or padding to fill the empty gap left behind. Here's the detail that makes this theory click. Watch closely, and you'll notice Woody can actually push his belly back into place with his hand, like the material underneath is loose rather than fixed. That suggests the stuffing inside him isn't sewn tightly the way his original filling would have been. Without his voice box mechanism holding everything together the way it used to, the loose filling may have slowly settled toward his stomach over time, giving him that slight belly, even though structurally, he's still fundamentally the exact same toy. Number 6. Did the toys silence Sid forever? What if the toys didn't just scare Sid off as a kid? What if they made sure he could never talk about what he saw again? Everyone remembers Sid as the cruel kid who tears toys apart. But look closer. He wasn't destroying them randomly for fun. He was testing them, watching for any sign they were actually alive. At the end of the first film, Woody breaks the single biggest rule in the toys universe and speaks directly to Sid, and every mutant toy suddenly moves on its own to terrify him. Sid wasn't imagining things. He was the only human who ever caught them red-handed. Fast forward to Toy Story 3, and Sid reappears as an adult garbage man. Woody recognizes him instantly, and the toys clearly understand in that moment that he's still a threat who could expose their secret decades later. Then Sid disappears from the franchise completely, which brings us to an unexpected connection in Pixar's Coco. In the land of the dead, a background skeleton is shown wearing Sid's exact skull shirt. The toys didn't just escape the garbage truck that day. Some fans believe they made sure the only witness who ever knew their secret was silenced for good. Number 7. Why does Forky keep throwing himself away? From the moment Bonnie builds him out of a discarded spork, some pipe cleaners, and a pair of stuck-on googly eyes, Forky is completely convinced, down to his core, that he's trash. He doesn't dive into garbage cans over and over because he's confused about being alive. He genuinely, sincerely believes that's exactly where he belongs, because that's the only identity he's ever known. Forky was originally created as a disposable utensil, built to be used once and thrown away, and that single purpose became the first thing he ever understood about himself. So every time Woody pulls him back out of the trash, he isn't just rescuing Bonnie's favorite new toy. He's quietly teaching Forky something much bigger, that what you were originally made for doesn't have to decide who you become for the rest of your existence. Number 8. Is Zurg actually Buzz Lightyear's father? Did you notice this moment buried in the middle of Toy Story 2? During their climactic battle inside Al's toy barn, Zurg drops a genuine bombshell on Buzz mid-fight, claiming to actually be his father. A direct flip of the story Buzz always believed growing up, that Zurg had killed his father in cold blood. Right after the reveal lands, Rex accidentally knocks Zurg backward down an open elevator shaft during the chaos of the fight. So what really happened here? Once you actually sit with it, did Rex completely by accident kill Buzz's actual biological father in that split-second moment? Or was Zurg simply lying through his teeth, using an old trick to confuse and destabilize Buzz right before the fight's final blow? Number 9. Does Bullseye have the saddest secret in Toy Story? Did you know there's a heartbreaking detail hiding in plain sight with Bullseye, one that most fans scroll right past without a second thought? What if a toy's very first owner permanently shapes who they become? Woody stays a sheriff through every film. Jessie stays fiercely loyal even after being abandoned once already. But Bullseye was manufactured without a voice box entirely. Not because he's incapable of feeling love, but because he was simply never given the words to express it. Every nuzzle, every silent look he gives is the only language he has for saying I love you, because it's the only language he was ever built with. Is Bullseye quietly the most tragic character in the entire franchise? Or is there an even sadder secret still hiding somewhere in this universe? Number 10. Why does the piggy bank never run out of coins? Did you ever notice that Andy's piggy bank, Hamm, seems to produce a genuinely endless supply of coins across every film? Every time he gets turned upside down and shaken out on screen, more coins keep spilling out, film after film. So here's the real question. Why does Andy, or later Bonnie, never seem to notice their money mysteriously disappearing over time? Or does the piggy bank simply hold such an unrealistic amount of loose change stuffed inside that it could never actually run dry? And that's it. Which one caught you completely off guard? A theory or a tiny detail? Let me know in the comments. If you want the next part, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed, because we're uncovering even more secrets next time.